Hi, this is a Yesterday's Moose production, and we're back with Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom on Xbox One. I am commenting on this after the fact because I recorded 2.5 hours of footage and was able to distill it down to 47 minutes. Isn't that great? Yeah, I messed up a lot and got stuck, and it was pretty frustrating. And because of that, I'm going to take a little break from this game for a little while and focus on maybe some other games for a little bit. But with that out of the way, let's jump into some lava. Okay, here we go. Now I have my ice sword, and apparently I can freeze lava flows, but not these kind of lava flows. Now I will eventually figure out what type of lava flows I am able to freeze, because the description was not very specific. I just know this mysterious wall is hiding something. Well, it's time to explore. So we got a few directions that we can go. And they're not all immediately obvious. Some of them you can go into them right away. Some of them you need certain abilities or items, and we'll find out. Let's start with this place. No, stomping on that doesn't do anything right now. So let's be the lion. Watch out for fire monsters, by the way. And I had to get used to that. I died a lot. Now it did keep in a few of the deaths just to show how much trouble I had. But admittedly I did edit out a lot, because there's no reason to watch me try to solve a puzzle for an hour. Watch out for lava! Oh no. Let's try that again, shall we? Here we go. And I just missed a whole bunch of gold. I've been doing that a lot while playing this game. And now this section you really have to get through here quickly. The lava is rising up, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally. You have to very quickly change which form you choose to be, and make sure you pick the correct one, or else you'll have to do everything over again. And also, make sure you're doing things quickly. I also want to just mention for my viewers that I have picked up a Nintendo Switch. very soon there's going to be a sequel to Super Mario Maker, and I wanted to get it, so I had to get a Switch. So now I have one, so it is entirely possible that I'll Let's Play some Switch games. I will probably most definitely do a video on Super Mario Maker 2. I already have an idea of some levels that I want to make. And by the way, I just died there. Like I said, that happened a lot. And I mean a lot. We got these mines here. I'm not exactly sure how to avoid them. Well, that was one way to avoid them, I guess. I also wanted to comment on my frequency of uploads. I haven't been uploading very frequently. One of the reasons is because I tend to have a lot of trouble recording it due to editing problems or computer problems. Like this video, the problem was that I just kept dying and I had 2.5 hours worth of footage. By the way, these are the lava flows that get frozen. Keep that in mind, because they're the only type of lava flows that can be frozen with the ice sword. Now, as I was saying, another reason is because I don't really get that many views on my channel. So I kind of want to give people the opportunity to view the videos that I have uploaded. But I still only get somewhere between 2 and maybe 10 views. However, there is a video that I have of me playing B-17 Bomber for the Intellivision, and that one has gotten many views. I think it's about 16 or 1700 views, which is the most out of any of my videos. And I'm probably going to update that one eventually because I want to improve the visual quality. I have a feeling though that if I do that, it will not get more views. By the way, new item, Lion Talisman. Enhances your feline instincts so you can perform a dash attack upwards when in lion form. This ability will become immediately useful. And this room, I had quite a bit of trouble with this room. I wasn't entirely sure what I was supposed to do, but hey, there was a cog there. And I thought maybe I could get it as the snake, but that doesn't work. So you have to use the frog, who can store things in his mouth. I had momentarily forgot that that was ability that the frog had. So back to the viewership. I never really started this channel to get a lot of views, but I did think that I might get a few more than I have been. And I must admit it has been pretty discouraging. And I do like playing games, a lot more than I like recording them. For example, I thought I'd have a lot of fun recording this game and commenting on it, but it turns out not so much. The game is a pretty good game, but I feel like I would be doing better if I was just playing it for the fun of it rather than commenting on it. That's part of the reason why I've taken so long to get through it. One thing that I kind of wanted to do was movie reviews. I've always wanted to do movie reviews, but there's so many people doing it that I figured, what's the point? There are people out there getting hundreds of millions of views talking about movies, and if my video game dedicated site doesn't get that many views, I doubt very many people would watch it for movie reviews. But I did go to school with the intention of getting into film. It just didn't quite work out that way. And video games have been more of a passion / hobby for me. I do enjoy video games and have quite a lot of them. So I've complained enough. That's all I have to say about that. By the way, I died there. So back to the game. I would have to say that so far this is the most challenging area that I've had to go through. And I think part of the problem was that I was not properly equipped. I did not take the time to buy the ice items. And I feel that would have greatly improved my chances of getting through a lot of these sections. I am very thankful for save points, because without them I probably would have been doing even worse. Made it. Probably only took me 20 tries or so. So we got these gongs, and that's kind of the main thing that you have to do to get through this section. And that's the first gong. I think you have to hit 4 of them, judging by how many pieces there are on the wall. Let's talk to Leverat again, or maybe not. Pretty sure I talked to him again eventually. I'm just not exactly sure when that happens. So we got a chest there. By the way, if you go into that door, it resets everything. So don't go in that door unless you want to reset stuff. I guess that's maybe in case you make a mistake with these platforms. But I felt like that was kind of a troll move to put a door for you to go into. And if you go into it, then you get stuck. Or sorry, you have to repeat everything all over again. And I feel like I don't go back for that chest, so I'll probably have to do that at a future point. And this section here, by the way, is the one that gave me the most trouble. Because the blocks are very unforgiving. You have to push them in a very specific way. And at this point, I wasn't exactly sure how I was supposed to make that happen. And eventually I'll get to a puzzle and I'll talk about it when I get there. Fortunately, the block will take out enemies, so that will help you get through this section. And I keep accidentally turning into the frog rather than the snake. So I found out you don't need to pound this as the pig. You can use the lion to down thrust on it and it'll accomplish the same thing. And this whole section here is one big puzzle. And we got another blue chest. Again, don't need to be the pig. And it's not going to work anyway because you got to put one of the big blocks on it. Kind of wish I had known that before I went all the way there. So this next bit is kind of a bit of a puzzle involving this block, and it's all rather time sensitive, and also there's a lot of precision involved as to what position the block has to be in for you to be able to move it. And here I am after about 1,000,000 tries. One reason why I kept dying is also because I didn't have an elixir, aka revival potion. Occasionally enemies will be giving me hearts, but not a lot. It's funny, it seemed that these little fire guys will join together to become the big fire guys. Just like the little slimes become the big slimes. Okay, so we got the block on top of the button, and that will keep that section open. And hey, there we go. I finally learned that you can down thrust on that button. So I did move it over to the right there. It's just a bit of an edit because my capture device once again stopped working momentarily. And I think I'm stuck anyway. I might have to reset things. And we got a bombable block. Make sure to get that out of the way. Also clearing those out probably beneficial as well. And we got blue chest. What is in it? Power gem. Pretty sure that's what it is. No, legendary gem. These rare gems are used by blacksmiths to upgrade your gear with the greatest enhancements possible. And fire equals death. Because of course it does. So right now I've gotten all of the ice items. I went back to the town and I bought them. Unfortunately, I didn't record that part of it, but here I'll talk about it. At this point, I don't have any new boots, but I do have an ice bracelet. Quick counterattacks, restores some HP. It also prevents fire damage. Ice armor, 50% fire damage defense, and ice ward, which is the shield. It does all that stuff over there. It takes a lot to read it, so I'm not going to read it. And we of course got the ice sword, which will freeze some enemies, or at least it will eventually. Pretty sure it's not freezing any of the enemies right now. And I just realized I had to press yet another button, which is why I'm fast forwarding this part. Okay, here we go. Notice how I'm not getting damaged as much? Well, that's what the ice items will do for you. That character Pierre mentioned that in town a while ago, and I guess I should have been listening to him a bit closer. And I did it again! Why am I doing that? I can down thrust with the lion. And we got a dropping ceiling. and fire enemies that are chasing us. There goes the revival potion. And now we have rising lava. You really gotta be fast in this section here, or you shall be crushed. And we got another gong. That's gong number 2. I feel like maybe there's 5 gongs instead of 4, but we'll find out momentarily. Surely you heard the loud noise just moments ago. It caused this wall to crumble. I would have been crushed. And he talked too quickly. Uh-oh. More like hooray, my lad. The rumblings are uncovering parts of the wall, but watch your step. The floor underneath has been weakened. What do the carvings show? They describe an ancient tribe who discovered this volcano long ago and constructed their village inside. They spent their days happily mining precious materials and ores found only here. I'm so anxious to learn more that my whiskers are trembling. Something tells me that mining isn't a fun thing to do, and that they weren't really happily mining stuff. Plus, I would think living in a volcano would suck on account of the constant heat and burning. Something tells me maybe that money was not worth it. Got the secret door. What's in the door? Oh, hey. A new warp point. I must admit, I also really like the teleport rod. It is very handy. I probably could have done something with that store. Or maybe not. Okay, we got a chest and we gotta use tornadoes to open it, but for some reason the chest will disappear. I feel like that's not very good. Got another legendary gem. Alright, yeah, I had used the legendary gem to upgrade something, I think. Was it the ice sword? No, okay, I'm gonna upgrade it now because no cooldown effects. And max defense would be useful. Shoots ice shards. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Shoots ice shards when using the ice sword. I really don't need that right now. So now I can shoot ice shards, which is useful. projectile attacks are always quite useful. Ooh, chest. Hey, another legendary gem. Well, that was quick. I guess I'll go back and upgrade. I mean, I'm right here. Can use an upgrade on that because then there won't be any cooldown period. In other words, the ice sword will always be charged, which is very useful. Okay, there we go, powered up. And we got a new area with Pepe-do-Goo. Hello, is someone there? Is that you, Pepe-do-Goo? That voice. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Bluehair. Listen, I could sure use some help right now. See that button up above? Press it to free me. That button up there. That's way too high for me. Right, I forgot you can't fly. Can't you create platforms to jump on or something? What do you mean? Don't you have a weapon that can freeze fireballs and enemies? Try using that. By the way, I did not know that at this point. It took me about 50 million tries to end up talking to Pepe-do-Goo and find out that I could just freeze some of these projectiles. Thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. Glad I could help. Why are you here anyway? I have a feeling the green-haired girl is here somewhere, but as you can see, there are lots of dangerous traps and enemies. And I'm quite afraid of fire. I'll help you look around if you'd like, but stay close. Woohoo! Come on, there's no time to waste. So the green-haired girl that he's talking about is a reference to the main character in Monster World 4, whose name I believe was Asha. And fire will hurt Pepe-do-Goo, which seems kind of weird because in Monster World 4, Pepe-do-Goo was immune to fire. I also wish Pepe-do-Goo was more of a helpful influence in this game. Like, it would be nice if he helped you by accomplishing certain things. As far as I can tell, He's only useful in this upcoming section. This section here. So this is a big, huge block puzzle, which only has one solution. And as far as I can tell, there isn't any way to reset the puzzle without dying. And if there is, hey, let me know, because it took me countless tries to get this. This is the section here that made me take the most time. Now all you have to do is do that. And what do you know? Pepperogu will go through the hole, flip that switch there on the top right hand side, and totally help you out. But I couldn't find any way to reset the puzzle, so I kept having to kill myself to make that happen. It was not fun. She wasn't in there. Thanks for your help, though. Don't give up. I'm sure you'll find her soon. You're right. Thanks, my friend. I hope we meet again soon. That kind of makes me wonder if we're going to meet up with her later on in the game. I honestly have no idea, because I'm still playing this blind. I haven't looked up any walkthroughs or anything. And if I had been looking up walkthroughs, it would probably would have saved me a lot of trouble. And this section here, by the way, exceptionally frustrating, because you can just fall right off. You have to use these enemies as platforms. It's ingenious, but extremely time consuming, because you gotta wait for it to be in just the right position. So obviously I can take a lot more damage thanks to the ice items. Saved by double jump. So this part here, yeah, this is troublesome. But you can get hearts by throwing fireballs into that thing. So don't use the switching ring to do it. You have to just quickly use the shoulder buttons to change forms. Otherwise, you won't change quickly enough. It took me so many tries to figure that out, by the way. Oh no! Hooray! What does this sign say? Hot geyser ahead. Don't get yourself turned into sweet, tasty bacon. Well, I'm a snake right now, so wouldn't that be sweet, tasty snake? So now we have a very useful item. Ice boots. These Arctic boots let wearers safely traverse scorching surfaces. Yes, definitely need those. In fact, it's pretty much impossible without them. And you can also double jump. So yes, this section as well took me many tries. Because rising lava. Rising lava will kill you if you get squished by the ceiling. Watch out for spikies. Spikies will hurt you. Oh, and I missed a gold fountain back there. So this section's going to be fun. It would be nice if it didn't take so long for these fireballs to thaw out. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, we got a blue chest. Another legendary gem. There certainly are a lot of items in this game. You got legendary gems, you got power gems, and I really don't know why I got hurt there. I guess because I removed that thing, so now I actually do have to be the pig. Because yeah, the ice sword gets rid of that little platform that you create. Hooray, we got those things. And I did a bit of a cheese there, but it did work. Gotta get through this game by any means necessary at this point. This section here, yeah, it's not fun. You can hit your head on the spikes. You can also burn yourself on the lava. Timing is essential. really want to get rid of that guy over there. It's bugging me. There we go. Also got a heart. But I burnt myself on the lava. Now I feel like you should be able to get to that chest. Although I'm not exactly sure how. And here we go. We got a gong. So at this point I'm going to end the video here. To be continued! This has been a Yesterday's Moose production.